Hey guys, thisvthattv here, and I'm here with a fairly massive unboxing of the 12 Kingdoms. So, interesting story about this particular release as I go to unbox it. Fairly long story, and this take a fairly long time for me to get through all of these. So I'll just read off the specs and get to what I was going to say. So each one of these DVDs, there's 10 volumes, 10 chapters of the 12 Kingdoms. Each one has about, actually the episode counts vary because there's 45 episodes total and there's 10 volumes. So I don't know how many episodes are on each disc. I've only actually seen the first 6 episodes, which is 5 on this disc, 1 on this disc, and I'll get to this because this is actually part of the story. So 4:3 aspect ratio, English dubbed and Japanese dubbed with English subtitles. And yeah, episode counts varies by chapter, obviously. Anyway, so here's volume 1, or chapter 1, Shoko. So interesting story about this particular series and why I decided to purchase it. The 12 Kingdoms is a series that I've never seen before, which makes this my second blind buy. And actually, before I get into that, let me just mention this: each DVD chapter comes with the DVD disc, of course, the artwork, as well as the 12 Kingdoms encyclopedia and Yoma list and world map. So it includes the chapter number of chapters, as well as a guide for the world and names of all the places that they go, definitions for the terminology that they use, which is part of the story. So I'll get to that. So here's chapter 1, Shoko. So anyway, never seen anything about this series. Never really. I've mentioned. I think I've seen the artwork before, but I never really knew too much about it. So I looked up the reviews, and it was kind of heralded as a underrated classic, because it aired in 2002-2003. So it got really good reviews from what I was reading online for the most part, and so I'm like, okay. And the Right Stuff was having their end of the year sale, where they were selling things for like really cheap. So I got like I got most of these DVDs from the Right Stuff sale for like just for very cheap price, like a few dollars each. And so I'm like, okay, this is a great deal. This is apparently a really great anime, so I'm going to be checking this out. Now the rest I had to buy from third-party sellers on eBay, which was more expensive for the rarer chapters in this set because Right Stuff wasn't selling them. So, but I still was able to get most of them for a fairly cheap price, and most of them were actually brand new, which I appreciated. So, appreciated. I liked it. I like that they were new, brand new. And so I ordered this stuff from Right Stuff probably around December 29th-ish, something like that, like before the new year started. I ordered this stuff from Right Stuff, as well as I also pre-ordered a Certain Scientific Railgun S because it would be released on Blu-ray around January 20th, like January 16th or something like that. So I got all those. I bought most of the disc. I think I got 7 of the 10 volumes from Right Stuff. And so when I bought them and I was waiting shipment. Oh yeah, Media Blasters. This was released by Media Blasters, by the way. I think they're still in business. I don't know for sure, but these were all released by Media Blasters. So yeah, I bought them and I was awaiting my shipment. They said they were backlogged. I was confused about why my things hadn't shipped yet, because it's like a week after New Year's. It was like a week after New Year's Eve. Nothing. I had heard nothing. No shipment notifications or anything from Right Stuff. So I sent them a message, said they were backlogged, and then I found out that because I had pre-ordered a Certain Scientific Railgun S, that all of my orders were halted. All of them. Every single last DVD that I bought would not be shipped until after a Certain Scientific Railgun S was released, so they could ship it all together, which I was not under the impression that was what they did. From everything that I learned from Right Stuff, I haven't bought a lot of things from Right Stuff, just a few. I was under the assumption that they would partial ship, and they confirmed that they do this. But they said because they were backlogged, they wouldn't be doing partial shipping nearly as much as they usually would because of their huge backlog of orders because of their sale. Media blasters. So I decided that I would cancel my pre-order of A Certain Scientific Railgun S because I'm like, I'm still going to get it. I just wait. And so I decided to cancel my pre-order of that, and lo and behold, that still didn't do anything. My order still didn't ship for I don't even know how long. Probably like another month and a half. My order didn't ship. So I wasn't able to watch it before my media blasters. I wasn't able to watch it before I went back to school after my spring break, and I was upset. I was a little upset about that. But I'm back now, and I can finally start watching it, and I have, like I mentioned before, I'm on episode 6 currently. And so now that I've got that story out of the way, and I can talk about the series itself. And as I mentioned earlier, they have a actually this is some of them don't have the terminology list as evidenced by this one, because it just has the little card with the chapter list, with the episode list. Media blasters. But most of them come with some sort of, at least the ones at the beginning of the series, come with a encyclopedia of terminology. And why would they do that? Well, that's because the 12 Kingdoms is a series that truly treats the viewer as an outsider. And what I mean by that is, they sort of, like, well, in most anime, the viewer has a sort of God's eye view, or God's perspective, where you can kind of see the entirety of the world, even though the main character, even things that the main character, that you're sort of the perspective, which is who'd be providing the perspective that you'd be primarily looking through. You can see things that even they can't. I think most cases, this is a show where that's still the case for the most part, but they still they don't interact as if the characters in the show don't really act as if there are viewers watching it. They still talk in the same way that they would normally, like so like they're still using all the anime's inner logic. They're just using the world in the way that they normally would. So they have all these terminologies in this new world that that this series is taking place in. I guess I probably should have provided some short synopsis for that to make any sort of sense. Basically, Youko, she's Youko, she's transported to another world, and she has adventures there. That's kind of what I'm going to say without spoiling it. To basically say that they treat you like an outsider, and they use terminology that you don't know and that Youko doesn't know, and that you have to infer it by context or wait until they sort of explain it later on when Youko is the one asking questions directly about them, which I got in episode 6 happens a lot. Like Youko doesn't even learn that there are 12 kingdoms in the anime 12 Kingdoms until like episode 6. It can be off-putting for some people, but I'm actually really enjoying it. I actually can't wait to watch the rest of the season. Like I said, I'm on episode 6. Well, I finished episode 6. I'm getting ready to start episode 7. And I have a long way to go. Really interesting series. I made use of the encyclopedia and Yoma list, and Yomas are like they're creatures in the show. I don't know if I piqued your interest or totally put you off from watching a series like this. If you want to purchase all of these, your mileage will definitely vary. Like I saw one listing where somebody was actually selling the entirety of the series, every single chapter, for 50-ish bucks, but that was like one person. And all the other ones, like for the most part, you have to buy them individually, or you'd have to buy like most of them. Like some people sold like volumes 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, and you'd have to like buy the rest of them separately. A lot of people have done. I've seen a lot of listings like that online too. And also, this series was released on Blu-ray, but it's like the third volume doesn't exist. You have the first one, which is Shadow of the Moon, the Sea of Shadow, and then you have, which is the second one. Then you have the second one, Sea of Wind, the Shore of the Maze, and the last one, which is A Great Distance in the Wind, the Sky at Dawn. And that one is like that Blu-ray disc doesn't exist. Like seriously, it's nowhere to be found. It's not. I haven't seen a picture of it other than the stock photo anywhere on the internet. I've seen like a few reviews. I've seen maybe like 1 or 2 reviews of the product itself. All of it. It's weird. Like I couldn't find it. I would have purchased them if they were cheaper, but they're rarer, so they cost more than like say like the DVDs. I don't know if they're rarer as a whole or not. I don't know. Anyway, I'm glad to have this in my collection. Hope you guys enjoyed another rambling style of an unboxing. Did I say unboxing? I meant unboxing. Please make sure to like the video if you liked the video and to subscribe if you have not already. If you guys would like to see more unboxings like this, where I kind of just talk while showing you guys what I picked up, then let me know. Or if you would rather have unboxings like I did a few unboxings back, where I would just talk about the product itself, just show you guys the product, and just leave it at that. And you guys just want me to cut out all the rambling stuff. Let me know in the comment section.